This is the Engwe P26 with a peak power of 800 watts. Let's get it unpackaged and assembled. This thing came very well packaged inside of the box, which is a standard in my opinion with Engwe. Now, I have unboxed and reviewed many of their bikes, and they do take great care in packaging their bikes, and the assembly process was simple and straightforward. From attaching the pedals to attaching the front wheel, it just takes a little bit of time and patience, but no big deal. Anybody should be able to assemble this on your own in about 30 minutes. The display on the front was easy to adjust to the right angle and height that I wanted. This bike also has an adjustable front handle for height, so you can adjust it up or down. The screen was very bright, and there were a lot of settings inside of it. You had the plus and minus for the pedal assist, and then the power button, the light button, and an info button. And you can even go deeper into the settings, which I won't go over in this video, but they have a lot of customization inside of there to really make the display show you the data that you want. Now, looking over the specs, this e-bike has a removable 48 volt 13 amp lithium ion battery that I like the fact it is removable, and that is pretty decent. It boasts that it should get about 50 plus miles range. Now, I'm a larger guy, so I was not seeing that kind of range, closer to around 40-mile range. But when you put this thing into pedal assist 3 or 4 mode, not even the 5th mode, you're getting plenty of boost to really cruise down the streets. I felt like it was effortless to just cruise down the street at 20 to 25 miles an hour, which for most people is going to be plenty fast. It is going to pedal assist for you up to 28 miles an hour, and after that, you're on your own. Now, one thing that I was a little disappointed in is that it uses a sensor down by the pedals to see when you're actually pedaling, so it does not have torque sensing, and I think that a lot of the standard e-bikes are moving towards a torque sensing type hub motor. And the difference there is that when you start to pedal, it takes a little bit of time for it to kick in, and then it just kicks in at whatever pedal assist you've given it. So if you've set it to 5, there's going to be a slight little delay when you start pedaling, and then it kicks in, and there might be a little bit of a jolt feeling. It's just not quite as smooth. Most people are never going to even notice that. That's just me being a little bit picky because I've reviewed a lot of e-bikes. I prefer the torque sensing rather than the actual pedal sensor that senses when you're pedaling. But I've also talked to a lot of other e-bike riders that prefer the pedal sensor just because they feel like it's more accurate to give them the amount of power that they told it to give them when they start pedaling. So to each their own on that one. Just a small little detail that I noticed. It does have a great display, like I had mentioned earlier. Very easy to read during the day in bright sunlight or at night because it is backlit. So those are some cool things about it. Overall, the ride quality and comfort was right in on par. Actually, probably with e-bikes closer into the price range of $1,500 to $1,800. I was very impressed. They have this light aluminum frame, which does absorb a lot more of the vibrations of the road. And then, of course, that front shock really helps absorb a lot of the bumps that you are going to experience no matter where you ride your bike, off-road or on-road. So that light aluminum frame definitely does a great job of absorbing a lot of the bumps in the road. The bicycle seat itself, I gotta say, I wish was a little bit more comfortable than it is. This is really meant as more of a commuter city style cruiser, so not specifically a long endurance road ride, which it has a much smaller saddle that I would be okay with because I'm used to road cycling. But for a lot of people, you might want to change out the seat. Not saying it wasn't comfortable, I'm just saying it's not as wide or as cushy as a lot of the other Engwe bicycles that I've tested. The P26 comes with a 7-speed Shimano shifter, and that makes a big difference to have those 7 gears to shift through when you are starting off the bike, going up a hill, going down the hill, or when you've reached max speed and you want to make sure that there is more resistance on those pedals. So being up in that 7th gear makes a huge difference. And the Shimano shifters performed flawlessly, as I would expect from the Shimano brand right out of the box. They were perfectly tuned in and ready to go. Normally when I do these rides for the e-bike reviews, I just ride for the sake of the video. But today I actually have a purpose for riding the bike. I actually rode this e-bike all the way to my local Wells Fargo because I got to get some cash out to pay the guys that are installing brand new artificial grass in our front yard for our 2 dogs. It's been way too long since they've had grass in the front yard, so they are thrilled. No, you cannot see my PIN number. Look away. Okay, let's get back to the ride. The Engwe P26 comes with 26-inch tires that are 2 inches wide, 1.95 inches to be exact. And in comparison to the 4-inch fat tires that are on a lot of the Engwe e-bikes that I've tested, I like this size for city commuting. It's perfect, and I love the little nubbies on it. They are really good tires and wheels on this bike, especially when you get up to that 25 to 28 mile an hour max pedal assist mode. You combine that with that front shock, and this thing is a real joy to ride. I was going on the road and sometimes on the sidewalk, and it didn't really matter where I was. In Arizona, we tend to just ride our bikes on the road with the cars. We've got a lot of great bike lanes in Tucson, Arizona, but I was testing it for more city commuter style riding, which most of you are probably going to be riding on the sidewalk, which means a lot of up and down over those curbs as you're pedaling down the street. Final thoughts on the Engwe P26. I truly believe this is probably the most e-bike that you can get for a bike that is priced in the $1,000 price range. In fact, make sure you check the link in the description of this video with my special coupon code, because you're going to get the best discount through my video. I've been working with Engwe for a long time. They know that I'm going to be honest about my reviews and just say what I like and don't like about it. But you guys are going to get rewarded by making sure that you use whatever coupon code I have down below and the link down there. And yes, I do get a little bit of kickback if you purchase the e-bikes through my links, but that's a huge support to my channel, and it doesn't cost you any more. In fact, it will probably save you some money. This e-bike gets up to speed so quickly. It really is impressive how easy it is to get up to 20, 25, and even 28 miles an hour. Obviously, be careful of all those pedestrians along your path, because you've got an e-bike, and that 500-watt motor with peak 800-watt power performance is going to propel you down the path, the road, the street, wherever you're riding this e-bike. It is going to put a big smile on your face. It looks beautiful, and that light aluminum 6061 frame really does absorb those bumps in the road. So can't recommend the P26 enough. Click the links in the description of this video. I'm at our local farmer's market, and I'm not going to stop because I know I'm just going to buy a bunch of bread and eat it all. So somebody go out and eat a bunch of sourdough bread for me, because I'm watching my diet right now and can't consume those carbs. Appreciate you guys watching the video. Smash that subscribe button. Until the next time, I'm out.